Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about War of the Realms. Pretty fantastic crossover. Finally came out here in Argentina 2 years late, but it's a fun read. I haven't not finished reading it, but there's something that's happening with this story that I'm dealing with that it's really pissing me off. Like, the story's really great. I love the characters. I love everything that's going down. I feel like Jason Aaron really killed it with this story. A couple of things I don't really understand because I have not read the Thor issues building up to this, so maybe I don't understand Malekith's motivations outside of just basically wanting to destroy everything relative to Asgard. But the whole feeling of war that you feel, I think that's where Jason Aaron is able to kill it. Malekith has allied himself with different factions from the 10 realms. I always forget about the angels. And basically started a war of conquest over all of the 10 realms. Now they're going to start invading Midgard. Also, the art works very well with this story. What's the artist's name? Russel Bauterman, yeah, I guess it's Bauterman. Killer job. Art Adams does the covers. And but there's just one thing that's killing me with this, and to the point that it's almost breaking the story for me, and it's a real shame because the story, it's very gripping, it's very compelling, and you can tell the insane overuse of tie-ins. Like, you're gonna see one character, all of a sudden he goes like through a change in the story, like you see him appear differently or something happens in the story, and you know that whatever happened, it happened in a tie-in. But it feels like every other page I'm dealing with something like this. I'm not sure if it's story like, I know that a writer like on the caliber of Jason Aaron, I've really enjoyed a lot of his work, except parts of his Avengers run for some reason I'm just not really liking so much. But in general, I love his work. I don't think he's such a sloppy writer. You can tell the heavy hand and use and abuse of tie-ins. Like, this has always been an issue with crossovers, but at least I get the impression that here they sort of went Marvel. It's because these things tend to happen because of editorial mandate. Went really overboard, and the weird thing is, here in Argentina, the story itself, War of Realms, came out first, and all the tie-ins are going to come out maybe in 2 or 3 months. So by then, I'll be able to piece together what the hell is going down in this story, or at least to tie all the loose ends. Now, the characters that are involved, I think they're fantastic. It's a really great mix of characters where they put focus on. Obviously, there's focus on Thor, Odin, on Loki. Also, some interesting street characters, because basically Malekith's forces take over the streets. So you're going to see Punisher thrown into the story. And he works really well. Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Daredevil replaces Heimdall for some reason. I'm not sure what the hell happened to Heimdall. So you see Daredevil filling in the shoes of Heimdall, and him being able to see everything across the galaxy, and him having issues dealing with that. Also, obviously, we're going to see Jason Aaron's Avengers, and Jane Foster during this series. She's trying to coordinate all the action of the heroes. Obviously, she's not She-Thor anymore. And again, the art is just fantastic. You feel like the stakes are really high. Again, I'm going to have to go back because it's like, that's something I have to do, is go back. And I really want to purchase all of Jason Aaron's run on Thor. Especially, I want to know what the hell is driving Malekith, why he's so hell-bent. I know he's a super evil villain, and super evil villains want to just cause chaos and destruction. But I want to learn what makes this guy tick, because he seems to be a really interesting classic Thor enemy. Like, there's a moment where we get a pretty gruesome death of the classic Valkyrie. She's killed in the story. Obviously, she's going to come back further down the line. Also, another thing, I like the references to Null, the symbiote god. Malekith seems to be aware of his presence and his coming, and he's fascinated by the Venom symbiote, obviously to his ties to Null. So that's another thing that's really caught my attention. And I really love how the halfway point of the story, you get to see how the villains divided the world. Enchantress gets South America, Ice Giants get North America, Malekith gets Europe. The Fire Demons, Sutter's daughter, gets Asia. Who gets Africa? I can't see from here. I need glasses. I'm getting old. The Trolls take over Oceania. So I know I'm really late to the party to reading this crossover. It's pretty much old news. The story's really good. I'm having a blast with it. I just need to read the last issue to this, and then I'm gonna have to buy all the freaking tie-ins that really piss me off. And then, like, I have no problem with tie-ins. I think they're really cool when they're well written, but they don't have to hijack the story. Like, they don't have to hijack the series that they're in. That's on one thing. And they don't have to hijack the main story. That you can't understand the main story if you're not reading the tie-ins. So that sort of really ticks me off. And you have to see this image. It's priceless to see Shang-Chi riding on top of a unicorn. But what did you guys think about this story? Like, I would give it 10 out of 10 if it wasn't hijacked by so many crossovers. I really like how it sets the stage for the future of Thor after this. I'm not sure if Jason Aaron's run ends right after this immediately or not, if he stayed on the series. Yeah, I'm starting to whisk through the final pages, and it seems things are getting even better and better at the end. But I hope you guys like this video. What do you guys feel about tie-ins and crossovers? Do these things really tick you off like me? Leave it in the comments below. See you guys next time. Bye.